Hooray! Happy
Hey,
Monday! Girl power! Congratulations,
mine
top
too.
achievers for the month of January. Today is February 10th, the first day y'all can order the brand new spring products. And I know you are very, very excited. Yes?
Yes.
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 Okay. Okay. All right. We're just gonna get into it because I want to give our dear friend Kay as much time as we possibly can because she's so freaking amazing and is someone that I have looked up to my entire career.
Well, reverse of that, girl. Always, always. Yes. So thank
Hmm.
you.
You're welcome. Okay, so I'm gonna pick. I had her share a couple accolades, and so she said, I'm just gonna pick a couple. So get this. She's been in Mary Kay nearly 41 years.
I was 12.
Wow.
She was 12, she says. Yes.
Amazing.
Perfect. Back in the day, they let toddlers sign up, right?
Yep.
Okay. Kay Teeter also had the privilege of meeting Mary Kay.
Wow.
Oh, you were a red jacket.
My disclaimer is my hair and my hair and my glasses were in style at the time.
Of course.
Oh,
Wow.
that's
This is for
amazing.
the on Silver Wings. So I'm in the museum
Oh,
on the, there when you first go in and you have the Silver Wings. Well, they have all the people. So that's what this was for.
Wow.
That's when I had my
oh
picture.
gosh. Oh, that just gave me shivers. She and her team have earned 11 career cars. And her first one was as a consultant, because we used to be able to do that.
Mm-hmm.
She has been a star consultant 118 quarters. She has been in the Queen's Court of Sales 12 times, has earned Circle of Achievement 3 times, and is the leader of Kay's Light Keepers. Now, those are some of her stats, but I'm going to just talk about her for a second, okay? Because Kay Teeter, okay, she's like so special. So Kay is one of those people that like Jesus is whoops, hello. Jesus just oozes out of her pores, and when she sees you and like knows you, she makes a beeline for you and will do whatever it takes to get across to you, take a photo with you, hug you. And yeah, like the way you embrace our trifecta and my family, I cherish that so much, Kay.
Well, thank you.
You're
You
welcome.
make me feel clumped. Um, oh, like it's just, when you see people with that energy, like you, Lisa, and you, Cece, it's just like it's you want to be in that space. So yeah, I hunt you down, girl. Every time. So so in fact, I'm gonna grab something. Sorry, I meant to do that ahead of time. It just sparked me. So I'm gonna grab it if I have time. So anyway, I'll just dig right in. I'm so excited just first of all to be here. Um, just Lisa and I met. Where's the first time? Was it through fall retreat or was it coaching school? I don't remember. It's been a
Oh,
while.
I
It's
don't even know. I don't even
yeah.
know.
The directors meetings when I always drove up from the Chicago area, Northern Illinois, up to the Wisconsin directors meetings. Even before Heidi
Oh,
became a national, I was driving
yes.
up. Yeah, so maybe it was there. I'm not sure, but I just always was like, I like her. I like her. So let me just tell you a little bit about me. I'm married. I've been married for 47 years. I was young when we got married, but um, they say high school sweetheart, but I actually met him when I was in eighth grade. So
Wow.
he was a senior and I was in eighth grade. I didn't know how old he was. I just thought he was cute. You just do that. So we've been married now, like I said, for 47 years. We have 2 kids. They got older, but I did not. That's my story because my son is 44 and my daughter is 41, and they were 6 months and 3 when I started. So I've been through all seasons with them. And my son and daughter-in-law, Cindy, we have one grandson. His name is Xavier. He's such a kind-hearted little young, I shouldn't say little, young man. He's 12. He's 5'8". Now I'm 5'2". So, so it's like, yeah, everybody's bigger than me. And then I have a daughter who's 41, and then I have a granddaughter in North Carolina who's 19. So that's my family. I came from a large family, 7 kids. And actually was a big tomboy growing up. I did sports and I didn't wear makeup, but I liked art, and I was looking for a way, because back at that time they didn't really counsel you for career choices, based on art. They didn't really talk about graphic design or things like that back then. So even though I didn't wear makeup or anything, I decided, and I actually took 3 years of typing classes. I graduated in 3 years versus 4, but I took 3 years of typing classes in high school. Small school, graduated 68 kids in my class, graduating class, so very small school. So I decided to go to cosmetology school because it was a form of art. They never taught me anything about skincare and makeup because I was the tomboyish girl, never wore anything. I was always the guinea pig. So they always like presto changeo. They never even gave me a mirror to watch how they applied product on me. And I felt my skin was like, product was so heavy. I felt spackled. That's what I say. Your foundation just felt spackled heavy and like, ugh, there's got to be something better. So when I was working, the owner of the salon had a Mary Kay gal come in on our day off, and it was like a team building thing. So we all got makeovers and things like that, and we were just pampered, and that's how I got introduced to Mary Kay. And so my son was 6 months old. I had yeah, he was 6 months old when I had started using the product. So for 3 years, my gal said to me, I think you'd be really good at this. But I never sat down with her and got the facts. So the day that my daughter was then 6 months old, my son was 3, he was in preschool, and I had somebody watch her. We did a one-on-one. It was February, and she said to me, this little tip. She goes, because I always like to try the new glamour. She goes, Kay, I saved for you some of the fall glamour so we could try it now that the baby's a little older. Now I'm like, she had it left over. She didn't save it for me. I'm sure she just had it left over, So we got together, and she says, while I have you, and I wrote her a check for whatever my purchase was. Now that I have you as a captive audience, can I just please tell you a little bit about Mary Kay? So she did, and I thought, why not? So I wrote a second check. It was like, I don't know what day of the week, and my payday was Friday. I'm like, okay, at that time, there was time in between. So that was in February. I signed, and I thought, I didn't tell my husband for 2 weeks. And I called her and I said, where's my starter kit? Well, let me tell you, my anniversary date with Mary Kay is March 23rd. We had an inventory talk, and I could not do inventory. And so I think she just thought I was just going to fall away. And I was like, no, I said I was going to do this. So I got my starter kit then. She goes, oh, well, let me check on that. Well, lo and behold, I had it like 2 days later, because I live, well, probably like 10 miles from what the distribution center is in Illinois. So she just went and got it. She was a director. So my official date is March 23rd. I didn't have money for inventory. So at that time, our assignment it wasn't like, do you want to or suggested? It was your next assignment is to book 8 and hold 5 in 2 weeks. Okay. So I knew 5 people because I didn't grow up where I live, and we were newer to the area. I didn't have kids to interact with. My son was 6 months old. He wasn't in preschool or anything like that. So I was like, okay, I knew 5 people. So I called those 5 people. 2 of them booked. A third one ended up booking. And then I booked from that first booking. So I did end up booking 8, holding 5. in the first 2 weeks, I sold, now this was 40, March, it'll be 41 years. I sold $600 in 2 weeks. And at that time, you had to do a $600 order to get 50%. If you were less than that, there was a 45 or a 40% discount. So I did my first order and then I did it again. So I did what was Power Start. They didn't talk about it the same. They talked about your perfect start. So I did 2 perfect starts back to back, and that's how I began my business. And later I ended up, my husband got behind me and got inventory. That's a whole nother, could take me down a rabbit hole. So we're not going to go there. So, but anyway, so I'm here today and obviously I have inventory. So, so all is good. So, but I've been in the business obviously for a long time, but I was in the company for 23 years before I became a director. So I'm not saying that that's the right path, but I'm just saying that if you have had it on your mind and you haven't done it yet, it's a God thing. And God's timing is always perfect. He's never early, he's never late, he's always on time. And when I decided to put the attention to it and work to become a director, I did. So, um, so because but every step of the way, all experiences that you go through, every circumstances, good, bad, or the ugly, he's teaching you something in the process. So be there and be willing to receive the lesson. So I've said sometimes bad things happen for a good reason, because there's a lesson there that we need to learn. And if we don't catch the lesson, he'll give it to us again. So just try and get the lesson the first time around. Sometimes he's given us new direction. Another thing, I've got little sayings that I have in my head, but we've all heard the saying, God never closes a door without opening a window, right? But if we keep looking at the closed door, we don't see the open window. So sometimes he gives us an experience to turn us, like he's going, look, over here. And we're so focused on the closed door, we're not seeing what he has for us instead. He's opened our hands to release, to put something different in. And so that's where I just say, there's a silver lining. We got to look for the lesson or the redirection in those processes. So that's kind of how things began. And so my job, I was a hairstylist for 19 years. Had trouble with my hands. I went into finance. I know that sounds kind of weird, but it's people. If you have people skills, you can take that anywhere. And not everybody has people skills. So, so I went into finance, and I was an assistant manager at a finance company, and I had talked for a long time about being a director. So sometimes when he's given us something that he wants us to do and we're just talking about it, but we're not doing it, that's when he makes us uncomfortable. So until the pain of staying the same is greater than the pain of change, we do not change. And that I heard the first time from Anthony Robbins. I don't know if he was the originator to that, but that was from him many years ago.
Reach.
So what is your pain? What is your angst? There's a reason for that. You're getting a redirection. Look for the lesson and look for the redirection within the angst, because that's part of your story. That's part of your triumphant afterwards when you make those changes and you get redirected. So, but this business can be whatever you want it to be, and whether you want to do it a lot or a little. If you're decided this is what I want, and that's what you're achieving, then you're successful. So find your success and be that. And then when you want more, you can do more and that. So, and if you want something big right away, if it's been planted in you, then God will give you the ability to get there. So just trust in the process. So when I was in finance and I decided he made me uncomfortable. I decided to not be the manager. I declined the manager position. So I got a new manager. Well, I had trained the gal. She was my son's age. So she was in her 20s. I was in my late 40s at the time. And she wanted to make sure I knew that she was the boss. To the point where, like, I'll give you one example. I came back from lunch I signed in. I turned on my computer. Now, this was in 2006, I think is when I left my job. Yeah, 2006. Computers didn't power up quite like that, especially finance company computer, all this stuff. So I'm like, oh, while it's powering up, I'm going to go ahead and go to the bathroom. She wanted me to change my timesheet and say that I was late coming back from work because I went to the bathroom. I'm like, no. so, so anyway, that's just kind of like because she was the boss, right? No, you are not. You think you are, but you are really are not. So again, pain staying the same. I talked about it for a long time. I wasn't moving in the direction that he wanted me to go. So he's gonna like, okay, I'm gonna make you. So so just be aware when things are painful, maybe there's something again that circumstances he's given you a lesson or redirection. So from there, I had to go out and learn how to do a party. I had sales. I did star consultant on reorders. I did have a team. Um, I had a team of probably 15, but maybe, 5 or whatever were active, so because they had their ebb and flow in their season, and that's fine too. So, but I decided, and my director of my national was Diane Velde. And after I quit my job, first of all, I quit my job without replacing my income. So I periodically would have a panic attack, but I would just like, okay, breathe. I can't do everything, but I can do something. So, what is the next right thing? And just do that. Just what is the next right thing? And because my income was not like additional income, we paid bills with my income. I had to make money. So, so again, focusing on the next, because you can overwhelm yourself. And there was times that I used to tell myself that I wasn't good enough, and I would have to have Mary Kay's mantra. God didn't have time to make a nobody, he only to make a somebody. So I am somebody. I have value. Just because we're different, we're all different here, but we each have our own gifts and our own values. So God took time to make you, so you have value where you are. One thing I said to my son when I was little, and I realized it came through being around Mary Kay. He's always was a bigger kid, and the kids were not always nice to him. And he was just always the nicest kid. But, you know, God made you exactly the way he wanted you to be, or he would have made you different. And so when we look at Lisa, we both have high energy and good energy, but we're different. But that doesn't mean that's bad. It just means we bring something else to the world. So just own that as you move forward. So then you're making the decision. I made that decision. Now I had to go to work and I had to sell product because I had to make money to pay my bills. So that's what I did. I went to work. So you decide, what do you want your paycheck to be? So here I'm gonna screen share. And you've seen this, but I did some adjustments to this. Okay. So you've seen this. Mary Kay's, had this out there, right? So look a little closer. At the bottom, I have your $600, if that's what you want your wholesale to be, then what is the workload that goes along with it? So at the bottom, I have sell $300 a week. Your paycheck on the 15th and 30th, don't we like to have a paycheck? Sometimes profit gets a little bit gray. I don't understand, how to do that, but we all understand paycheck if you've ever had a job. So you get to design your paycheck. So on the 15th and 30th, if I've sold $300 a week on the 15th, I've got $600. I will take 300 and do my wholesale. I will do $60 goes to my 10% account, and I have that bank accounts. One is named my 10% account. And then you have your paycheck of $240. If that's what you want that to be every 2 weeks. If you've got a regular job and you're looking for supplemental income, you could do a lot with $240 every 2 weeks. But that is your game plan to be able to create the paycheck that you want. If you're going to earn the power, what you guys have done, the power of your sales, what does that take? It's $350 a week. Your paycheck on the 15th and 30th, when you manage your money well, you've got a $350 wholesale. And let me tell you what, the first level, that $600 level, you do that on the 15th and 30th of every month, and you will always be a star. 15th and 30th, 15th and 30th, paydays, wholesale. You do that regularly, and you will always be a star. people say, how much money do you make a month? My profit I've designed, there's no shame in however big or small it is, because again, if you're meeting your goal, this is what I wanted for my family. So this is what I designed it. My paycheck I created, choose your words, however, is this. So, and I make that, twice a month, whatever you decide to do. 700, of course, is the monthly prize, your power up prize. And it's a really, it's not even a prize. It's a reward for your work. Prize is a drawing. You just won it, right? No, this is a reward for your work. It's a customer service award. Just like Queen's Court of Sales, Princess Court of Sales, those are all customer service awards. Because I say to my unit all the time, selling is serving. You don't sell anything unless you have a servant's heart and you're wanting to fill that person's needs. You're not just trying to sell them as much as you can on the spot and hit and run. No, you're serving their needs. And when you do that, then you get to serve them for as long as they will allow you. I still have customers from my very first appointment that I did almost 41 years ago. So it's selling is serving. So who do you want to serve in the process? Again, you're 833 wholesale per month is Princess Court. So I've just got that. And then choose your week, $400 a week. Then of course you're a Ruby Star and then Diamond. So choose what you want your paycheck to be. So at the bottom, 600 wholesale really is $240 twice a month is your paycheck. When you're doing 700 wholesale, your retail, you're going to be doing 14. You're going to be doing that. So just look at what you want your paycheck to be, and the rewards come for that. And so, yes, we're selling. Yes, we get that star. Yes, we want to do the price, but you're selling your way there because again, selling is serving. And if you want to do Court of Sales, Queen's Court of Sales, it's 666, if you want to be exact, a wholesale per month. And so you just calculate that out as well. Okay, so I just want you to know that you have the ability to create your own paycheck. So is that helpful to be able to see that? I like numbers, I always have. And so it's just like, okay, make it make sense to me. That's kind of a phrase I say a lot.
Yes.
Make it make sense to me. So that's like, okay, what do I want to make? What do I need for my family? I want to go on vacation. How much do I need to make to go on that vacation? I need to buy a refrigerator. What do I need to make? You can decide, this is what I want to make. So this is the workload that's going to go along with that. So, okay, now I've decided how much I'm going to make. This is my workload. How am I going to get there? So what do you do to be getting in front of people? I have these in my, and it's just a little survey. I don't have necessarily everybody fill one of these out, but sometimes it's just as an enter to win. And I can do a monthly drawing for my entries, or you can do a weekly drawing, whatever you want to do. I have little goodie bags. These are on Amazon. I don't know how much, but they're not big. I mean, this has got a charcoal mask sample in there, so they're just a little bit bigger, but so they're cute, and you can get them by 100 or whatever. So my business card and a charcoal mask sample. Has anybody given you a goodie bag today? And they just think the bag is cute. They want to keep the bag, so they're not going to toss it somewhere. That's why I use these, because they think the bag is cute. They're going to use it for something else, so they're going to hold on to it. What do you have that you're promoting for the month? I have a Galentine event. So pictures. I take pictures and make postcards all the time. So if you go into your system, if you save a picture to your computer, and when you go to print, you can choose print 4 to a page. Well, then I have a postcard. And I just print it on lightweight. It's very lightweight cardstock. You can still mail it, but a lightweight cardstock. So I have these in my purse all the time to be able to hand out. So I'm doing my model month, my model hunt. And because you're doing it on a photo versus it always gives you a border, I don't cut the border off. I just cut them, and then I put my name and number on the border. So this is my model hunt. Do you fit any one of these categories? I have a Galentine party coming up on Thursday night. So can they come to that? When I'm out and if I'm meeting somebody, there's different ways to chat with them. It just depends on what's happening. Gift service. I promote my gift service a lot. So I have this little flyer for gift service. And I tell them I can customize the tag. So, because I do a lot in our business community. So, even if they're not buying Mary Kay for themselves for me, like even the guys, gift service. I do gift service is a big part of my business. And
Right.
then, do you know your hostess plan? So this is my hostess plan. If she's gonna do this, hey, if you bring two friends, you get free. Then I'll hand her that. So then I said, oh, we'll talk about that later. And I usually say, can I just text you my virtual business card? And then we'll see if getting together is something that you want to do. First of all, it's a release for me. I don't have to be like, and so Lisa's probably so good. I have another friend who's so good at, oh, you're so cute. I love your eyes, your hair, all that. I'm not like that. By the time I think of what I'm going to say, and it's going to go, she's over there. So, and so once I just get them, and I just say, and I used to say, because when I left that job and I had to make myself, because even though I like people, and obviously I have no problem carrying on a conversation, even by myself, um, walking up and talking to strangers was not always, we were taught not to do that. So a lot of time I had a little thing, and I used to have it in my computer somewhere. It was thanks for the smile back, is what the little thing, it has a little thing on it. Thanks for the smile back, and the little gifty like $10 coupon or whatever on the back side. So if somebody makes eye contact with me, that's an open. She's making an opening for me. I made eye contact with her. So hey, how are you today? Because people don't say hi. People are not nice. You get to be the nice one out in the world. So, oh, great. How are you? And then you're looking at bread or whatever. So what kind of bread do you, we've always done this. My husband likes this, whatever, is that a favorite for you? Make stupid conversation. You do that if you're not getting a name, we do that. So once you've done that, just say, hey, it was really nice meeting you. Would you be offended if I gave you my card? Or I would say, thanks for the smile back. Not everybody does. Some people are crabby.
Mm-hmm.
And then they would stop and
Yeah.
laugh, So if you make eye contact, you smile them, they smile back. That could start the conversation. Thanks for the smile back. Not everybody does. Some people are crabby and they laugh. So if I can make them pause and laugh, that's like an opening. But make eye contact, they're opening the door for you because they've acknowledged you. They've seen you. You've seen her. They've seen you. So find what's comfortable for you, and then just go do that. Like I said, I have a friend who's like, oh, I love your outfit. Your hair's so cute. Look at your eyes. I love that lipstick. And I'm just like, that's like a lot for me. I can say that if I know them, or if I've gotten them to pause, but I can't stop them in that manner. Does that make sense? So finding a way to make idle conversation, getting the eye contact, making them pause, you're in their space. If I can make them laugh a little bit, then they're paused, they're smiling. That's a good, their whole body is into a good vibe. And then, I might ask them, hey, would you be offended if I give you my card? Would you be offended? Can I send you my virtual business card? Now I have a virtual business card, but in the beginning, what my virtual business card was? A picture of my card. I took a picture of my business card and my face, and I put it together in pic collage. That was my virtual business card, because if she had my face, she's like, oh, I remember her. She was nice. Hopefully that's what they thought, you know? And so, but then there's some sense of familiarity. So that was my beginning. It was just my business card. And then I had business cards with my picture on them, but it doesn't matter. That wasn't in my phone. I wanted to get her number. So, and they said, give me your first and last name. So I remember, and I'll tell you mine when I send you the text message. And I'll send you the text message after, we walk away, so I'm not doing it still while I'm there. I want to finish the conversation. I walk away and then I send her the text message. But I always, because I don't want them to feel like, oh, she's going to be the stalker lady, so I'll give you a call back, and then let's see if getting together is even something you want to do. And it's a release for her. It's a release for me, and then that's how I started developing and growing. And I still do that today. So what are you doing out in the world to promote your business. How can you serve them? Because initially they'll book to help you, but they'll stay and they'll hold because what are you doing for them? So, then they might book with you because she has a tattoo. I mean, that's one of the things on here. There's a couple somebody else does these. I don't do these. Somebody who ran a half marathon or a full marathon. Well, God bless her, because I'm not doing that. You know, so if you're like, hey, one of these categories, and if she said that, I would say, well, God bless you, because I'm not doing that. Then she'd laugh. Okay. So somebody who has a nose piercing, just because they have that doesn't mean they're a weirdo, internally, just so think that's more normal. I mean, you have to know that in my day, it was like, yeah, in my early days, like that was a weirdo. Somebody who drives a truck, a woman who drives a truck works hard. She needs that pampering. And how can you serve her? Somebody who wears glasses, she needs to put her makeup on differently. So when she wears glasses, how can I serve her? So those are the things. So what are you doing in your business to be able to promote yourself and serve others? So that's what will take you to wherever you want to go. So I hope that was helpful.
Oh my gosh. Seriously. I'm writing, I'm listening. I'm like, oh, I better write that down. I better write that down. You think you're going to remember. You're not going to remember that. Write that down. So good. You have such a servant's heart. This business is absolutely perfect for you, Kay. I want to be in your unit, and I want you to be my beauty consultant also. Definitely.
Well, just, and you're the same. You're the same. We have different styles, but you're the same. Everybody here is the same. Otherwise, if you didn't have a servant's heart, you wouldn't be in this business in the first place.
Yes, absolutely. I'm going to do gallery view here. And gals, do you have a comment or question or affirmation for our special friend Kay today?
I'll just speak on behalf of Ashley. She just said, thank you so much, Kay. My paper's on fire from writing all of your tips. Appreciate your time. She just had to hop off for a work meeting. So
yes.
Yeah, sure. Paper's on fire for sure.
Paper's on fire. Dory.
How cute. How cute.
Especially appreciated. Find my successful. Be that. And if I want more, do more. I've always done that, but having validation is key to being encouraged and more confidence. So thank you.
Well, and I had to realize that because when I obviously quit my job and I was going to become a director, I had a team build and I had to team build based on what the opportunity offered, not necessarily what I was making at the time.
Sure.
Right? Because don't we do that? We do the comparison. Oh, I'm not making enough. I can't talk to her. But I am getting what I want out of this business right now, and you could get whatever you want out of this business.
Love that.
Yeah. I had to switch.
You're selling Mary Kay's opportunity, not what you're personally doing.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
You're selling Dory, the Mary Kay opportunity.
You are a success.
Possible.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
I'm gonna have to jump off and get my son from school really quick, but I appreciate, Kay, your story so much. Like you, I met my husband very young. I was 2, so extra young. We won't say how much older he is than me, but I actually work as an accountant currently, and I'm kind of being driven miserable by my main client. It's tax season, and they don't pay me enough to do what I do, but I just identified with a lot of your story, and I love that you shared that part because I could see a lot of what you say, like your daily affirmation of just do the next right thing. I say that ad nauseum every day. Like, what's the next right thing? And so, just the tips and just, yeah, my mind's blown, and I really would like this recording, please. Send this to everyone.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. I really appreciate everything you shared. So thank you.
Well, thank you, Bethany. Thank you. And you're being uncomfortable for a reason.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yep. Mm-hmm. All right. Who else? Christy, Trace, Rhonda?
I will jump in. And so thank you so much for all the tips. I can relate to a lot of it. The warm chatter has always been an interesting one in my world. So I like seeing all of the different ways that you can go about and doing that. So I'm looking forward to that. And yes, lots and lots of notes and stuff to implement is the big key. Implementing is important. So
Awesome.
thank you very
Rhonda.
much.
Thank you.
I'll jump in here. Excuse me, I'm Christy. And thank you so much for all of this. First, I have to say, love Dory's new hairstyle that I haven't seen. Looks awesome on you, Dory. But thank you, especially I'm on the newer side. And so these are some real helpful tips and reassuring things that I needed to hear. So thank you, Kay.
Yes, you can find your place to win, Christy.
Oh, thank you.
She has.
All right. Yay. Yay.
Trace?
Oh, I cannot reach through and squeeze you.
Ah,
Is awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Kay, you are my gift for the day. What a blessing. Your words are such a blessing. And I'll tell you what, I joined when I was 12 also. So, and I'm super excited when you were talking about the next right thing and looking for lessons and redirection. Let me tell you, sister. Yep. I've
Yep.
had cuffs upside the head. I love that. And I also really related because I too am a detail girl and a numbers person. I love how were those your additions?
Yes, I have this in my system. I can send this to Lisa. I went ahead and put this on because, yeah, this sounds great, but how do I do that?
That's
Yeah.
what resonated with me. And I actually took a picture while it was up on their screen
Okay.
so that I could zoom in because that spoke to me. And it just, I'm a logical thinker. I just don't want to keep rambling. Thank
So,
you. Such a blessing today. Thank you.
oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. Well, and like I said, make it make sense to me.
Yep.
I
Yes.
say that a lot. Yeah.
Yes. I like the explanation. I love your story. You know, I love your story. You're just, you're just so good at making people feel good. So good at it. And yeah, like that's just like the best way to describe you. You're so good at making other people feel good. You know what they need. You know what they need.
Well, and we all have things in our lives and, you know, Catholic school girl, go to the public school girl, they don't always make you feel welcome. And for a long time, I took that as I wasn't catching the lesson in that. I was just taking that almost as baggage. And so, you lay the baggage at the feet of Jesus and then you turn around and pick it back up again. It's just like, no, what is it that I gain from that? There is something because that happened. I gained something from that. And my is to always see people where they are and everybody has value. Doesn't matter whether they work a lot or a little, everybody counts and everybody matters. And that's something that I feel that was my gift from that experience.
Yes.
You
For
said,
sure.
Kay, you said be there and be willing to receive the lesson. And I appreciate that you didn't like foo-foo the lesson itself, because oftentimes we try to just, oh gosh, okay, moving on from that. And oftentimes we don't actually just sit in it, like just be uncomfortable or figure out why is this going to be the lesson, what is going to come from this. That's a good thing, because we can't just say like, put some duct tape on it and everything is fine. We often just need to recognize and realize and sit in that. So I just like that you had said be there, and be willing to learn the lesson the first time around too.
Because you'll get it again.
Yes, you'll get it again. So good. Yeah, thank you. I obviously have known you my entire career, Mary Kay, and always more or less knowing of you, and now so fortunate to be able to continue to get to know you more in person, as our paths continue to cross, and I'm so grateful for that. So thank you. And I had a question. I don't actually know what you mean by 10%. What is What is that
Well-
breakdown in your paycheck?
When we talk about the 60-40 split,
Yeah.
50% is to replace a product you've sold.
Yep.
10% is your business supply account.
Ah.
It pays for your preferred customer. If you manage it well, I mean, you should not be spending 10% on section 2, let me tell you.
Right.
If you are,
10%.
we
Yeah,
need to have a conversation.
exactly.
But your 10% could, they say 5% PCP, 5 other, supplies and things like that.
Sure.
But, in fact, now that we're not going to have eyeshadow samples, choose your way that you're spending that, because if you manage that well, you could even pay for some of your conferences.
So true. Great.
Yes.
Thank you. I thought it was something like that, but wanted to
Yeah.
confirm. That's
And
a
then
great,
the other 40% is your paycheck.
of course.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So you're quite welcome.
Yes.
Quite welcome.
This has been absolutely fabulous. We're almost at the 45 mark, and this is the official time that this is supposed to go. So I was reminded by my detailed daughter that I went quite over last time. So I said, okay, we can't do it in 30 minutes though. And you guys are worth more than 30 minutes.
Yes.
Yeah.
So can I just finish with the scripture?
Please.
Please.
Have I not commanded you? Be strong and of good courage. Do not be afraid, nor be dismayed, for the Lord your God is with you wherever you go.
And on that,
That's Joshua 1:9.
thank you. Thank you.
All right.
Thank you. We are so grateful for you. Thank you, Kay Teeter.
Thank you for having me. It was good to
You are so welcome. Local gals, we'll see you tonight. And then Wednesday, virtual. It's all posted in Vox. Have a blessed day. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye, everybody.